Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. That is to say, in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is. Bahashem, meaning in the name. Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. And that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. All right? And I got a couple of news articles that's showing Trump ain't playing. Okay? Trump isn't playing. All right? And this is from CBS News. And it reads, Miami man claims wife was detained in one of several Florida ICE raids. They snatched her. All right? So, hey, as we're going to find out as we read this article, whether you're in the process of becoming a documented immigrant or whether you're not a documented immigrant, okay? Trump ain't playing, all right? He's sending the gulag after you. This is the article. It reads, Miami, U.S. Immigrant and Customs Enforcement, other known wise by ICE, raids were reportedly conducted across South Florida on Sunday as President Trump begins to make good on his promise to increase the deportation of undocumented migrants. One man exclusively told CBS News Miami his wife was taken during one of these raids. The Homeland Security Investigation HSI Miami office shared on X that federal law enforcement agencies conducted several, not one, but several immigration enforcement operations on Sunday. Meanwhile, agents from ICE Miami's office reported detaining some undocumented migrants on various offenses across South Florida, including in Broward and Martin counties. Okay? So initially, they said they were going after the criminals, all right? But now you seeing they scooping up anyone, okay? Criminal or not, all right? It says one man who did not want to be named told CBS News Miami that ICE had taken his wife during one of these raids in the Miami neighborhood of Brownsville. It's despicable what they're doing right now, he said. It's very embarrassing. The man told CBS News Miami that he wanted Mr. Trump to let his wife stay in the U.S. as their 11th anniversary is on Friday. When asked if she was in the process of getting her U.S. citizenship, the man told CBS News Miami that she was right in the middle of it. The man's wife, who's Venezuelan and has lived in the United States for a few years, had a court date set up and everything was good until that moment. They just came and they snatched her. What does that remind you of? Revelation 12 and 12. The man told CBS News Miami the man's wife was one of the three people taken in the Brownsville raid. The other two were men who reportedly worked in construction. All right? So, hey, this campaign to make America great again, man, they're scooping up. Hey, whether you in the middle of processing, getting your paperwork done, or whether you don't have it done, they're scooping and swiping anybody and everybody up. All right? Here it is. This man was, getting ready to celebrate his 11th year anniversary with his wife. And, hey, she got taken in the raid. All right? So let's go to another news report on Trump ain't playing. All right, back on the second article on Trump ain't playing. It reads, no water or AC on flight, handcuffed. How Brazilians deported from U.S. reach home. When a plane from the U.S. landed in Brazil, Manaus, authorities reportedly found that 88 Brazilians who were aboarded the aircraft were in handcuffs. Rio de Janeiro, the Brazil government has expressed outrage and said it would demand an explanation from the Donald Trump administration after dozens of immigrants who were deported from the United States arrived by plane in handcuffs. Brazil Foreign Ministry said the treatment meted to immigrants during the flight, it says fight home, but I think it's supposed to be flight home, was a flagrant disregard of human rights. The controversy comes as Latin America grapples with U.S. President Trump's hardline anti-immigration agenda. So the people are seeing that the intended target are Latin Americans, Northern Kingdom, okay? And that's going to fit in perfect with what we're talking about when we go into the scriptures. So it says the controversy comes as Latin American grapples with U.S. President Donald Trump hardline anti-immigration agenda. Since returning to power a week ago, Trump has implemented his crackdown plans on irregular migration and mass deportations, with several planes flying in illegal immigrants to different countries like Guatemala and Brazil. It says, which one such plane landed in Brazil, northern city of Manaus. Authorities reportedly found that 88 Brazilians who were aboard the aircraft were in handcuffs. They ordered U.S. officials to immediately remove the handcuffs, Brazil Justice Ministry said. In a statement, Justice Minister Ricardo Lewandowski told President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva of the flagrant disregard for the fundamental rights of Brazilian citizens, the statement said. So you can see, Trump ain't playing, man, okay? Whether you are a quote-unquote criminal or whether you're not a quote-unquote criminal, he's treating you like a criminal, all right? If you part of that raid, you getting scooped up, taken, processed, put in handcuffs, and shipped back to your home, okay? And they said it's a controversy amongst Latin America, all right? It's all part of these people you seeing now. They're here to oppress you, okay? And it's only going to get worse as we get closer, all right? So it says Brazil will request explanations from the U.S. government about the degrading treatment of passengers on the Friday night flight, the foreign ministry said on X. So it just goes into, showing you the circumstances that they had to go through on the flight back to their hometown Brazil, man. So Trump is not playing, okay? Trump is not playing. Now let's go into a few precepts. All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and we're going to start at verse 31. It says, "Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud," speaking of Esau, Edom, so-called white man, "saith the Lord Almighty of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee." Verse 32, "And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall rise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him." So we're fastly approaching that time, okay? The most proud, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, you see, he's going to fall, and no one's going to be able to help him up. So although he's on this great campaign of deportation, it's only going to be short-lived, okay? Because it's all according to the will of the Heavenly Father, all right? He has to do this to bring forth his judgment to this man, okay? So he has to be specific by allowing this to happen. Why? Because they're essentially erasing or depleting the workforce in order to bring in AI, okay? And we know the tell is, specifically in agriculture and construction, like we read, and other jobs, usually is what? Jake working it. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So after they remove the tail, they're going for the head, okay? So in doing so, Trump is deporting a lot of quote-unquote illegal immigrants. And as we're seeing, some of them aren't even criminals. Although he said he was going to go for the criminals first. He scooped up and took away a man's wife, all right? That wasn't a criminal. That was in the process, in the middle of her process of getting her documents, what? Finalized. He just came through and sent the ICE to raid, Brownsville down there in South Florida, and she was one of the casualties of war, okay? And here we have Brazilians that's being shipped back to Brazil, handcuffed, okay, like criminals. And the Brazilian president want to know what's up with that, Donald Trump administration. So it says, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall rise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities. So we're coming to this time, all right? Where all these executive orders that he's signing and all these legislations that they're putting into place isn't going to be able to keep their country, which isn't theirs, but keep their kingdom from collapsing, okay? It's all getting ready to come to an end, all right? It says, and none shall raise him up. There ain't going to be anybody to help this great titan come back to its glory days, all right? We on the last legs of this kingdom, all right? Spoken of in Daniel. So it says, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, right? So we know America specifically will be destroyed by what? Thermonuclear fire, and alongside those chariots too. It says, and it shall devour all round about him, right? So America is going to be into a lake of fire. America is going to look like a lake of fire from the chariot's eye view. It says, verse 33, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, right? That's what's going on here in America. Now you Latinos is seeing, okay? You seeing exactly who this devil is, man. All right? For the longest, you tried to relate to him. You tried to say that Jesus Christos was Jesus Christ. And now you seeing, okay? You seeing the devil horns being showed, all right? And he's showing no pity, okay? Whether your wife that you've been married for a while, whether it's going to be your grandma the next day, your granddad the day after that, your cousin, your sister, your brother, he isn't showing no pity, okay? So it says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Where were they oppressed together? Well, in the latter days, it's here in America, okay? The United States of America. Judah's being oppressed. Now Latin America, the northern tribes, they're being oppressed, okay? They're seeing the hammer of the earth come down on them, scooping them up, all right? For the longest, they thought to be, better than Judah, man. Okay, but they seeing Jake. You are Jake. They're seeing that they Jake, no matter what they look like. They can't escape. They can't escape these curses, man. All right, and some of them is gonna snap out of it. All right, some of us going to see. Some of them are going to see. Man, this is a wicked. This is a wicked person, man. You see. Some of them been under that spell, but now they seeing their loved ones being deported, and it's going to be enough to snap some of them out of that trance, man. And some of them will turn and repent before it's too late. Before they go down with this sinking ship. It says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Right. So they getting ready to what? Put y'all on planes? Because they ain't going by boats. They taking y'all by planes this time. Shipping you back over to your prospective land. And, hey, they saying you ain't coming back here, man. unless you get the proper paperwork. And we know eventually that's going to be what? It's going to be all translated into that chip, digital, man. So they may make an agreement with the government. Hey, if you don't want them back over here, put them and let them get chipped, and we'll bring them back here in America. We can expedite the process a lot faster. See, you may have to go through the paperwork and wait a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. But Trump might say, hey, I cut you a deal. You get them chipped, you tell them they want to get chipped, they can come back over here immediately. All right? And the president related back to him, hey, either y'all stay in the conditions because they don't want to let y'all go. You know, if y'all want to get the chip, the micro CHIP, y'all could come back to America, man, and pick up where you left off at. All right? And a lot of them going to take it. All right? But some that's seeing the works of this devil right now is going to what? Refuse, man. They're going to wake up. All right? Because this devil is showing his horns, man. And we've been trying to tell you that. All right? But you see, Jake, man, especially in Northern Kingdom, you know, they think they better, man. All right? Some of them, they think they better, man. Because of why? Their skin complexion. Like you look at Simeon and you look at Levi, which if I'm not mistaken, that's Haiti and the Dominican Republic. They the same people. All right? Because they got a different type of skin color or skin tone, they think to themselves they're different, man. Well, you seeing both of them over here getting oppressed, man. All right? Esau Edom don't care, man. He knows who you are. So guess what? He's shipping you back to your prospective land, man. All right? And Ephraim is seeing it. Speaking of the northern tribe, Ephraim, they're seeing it, okay? And it's only going to get worse as we get closer, like it's supposed to, all right? So this is book of Revelation, chapter 12. In verse 12, it says, therefore rejoice, you heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So you see, he's expediting the process real fast. He ain't even sticking to what he said initially, how he's going after the criminals. He's going after everybody, whether or not you're a criminal or not, whether you got your document halfway finished to become legal or whether you don't. He's scooping up everyone. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Okay? A lot of Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters that's over here are from the islands, man. Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Cuba, the Dominican Republic. You see? Back in the 90s, they had it when that, I believe it was a 10-year-old child by the name of, I forgot his name, but he came to Miami from Cuba, if I'm not mistaken. Iligango, or I can't remember how to pronounce his name. But yeah, he came over here and it was big news, man. All right. And it caused a lot of dissension between, Levi and Simeon. I mean, Levi and I believe he was Ephraim, the Haitians and Puerto Ricans, man. Because the Haitians were like, why are y'all, I think they were Cuban, so Manasseh. So the Haitians were like, why are you showing them leeway? But we don't get that same type of leeway. I'm trying to see if I can remember his name. Let me see if I can Google it. Give me 1 second. Because at one point in time, hey, the Haitians were like, man, hey, y'all ain't showing us that type of lenience. Let me type it in. Still typing. I know when I see it, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, see, Elian Gonzalez, okay? Elian Gonzalez was a Cuban engine. No, that's not it. Let me see. Maybe that is him. Elian Gonzalez. Let me see. I think that is. Okay. Elian Gonzalez Brotanos, born December 6, 1993, is a Cuban engineer and politician. As a young child, he was the center of a high-profile international custody dispute between family members involving Cuba and the United States. So we don't know if he's a plant because now he's in the politician world, but it was a big deal back then, okay? And the Haitians were like, why are you allowing him to come over here? You see? But now, hey, both northern and southern kingdoms is getting oppressed here in America, man. All right? And we reading it. It says, therefore rejoice, you heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Why? Because he knoweth that he have but a short time. He got to get this new world order agenda up, man. All right? He can't take no days off. He's even having ice raids on Sundays, man. Usually they don't even let the mailman run on Sunday. But hell, ICE is around the clock, man. They trying to crash this economy ASAP. Where was I going to go at with that? Oh man. Where was I looking to go? Well, I believe it's Job. Saying that he knows he have but a short time. This is Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Right? So he understands that this kingdom that he is currently ruling over, presiding over, will not be the eternal kingdom. So therefore, he's trying to do as much damage as he can before he goes out, man. He's trying to bring that mark of the beast before he gets taken out of power. And he's going to be able to bring it, all right? He's going to be able to bring it. This is why we call this lesson, Trump ain't playing, man. All right? Because, hey, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he's going to get but so far, but he's not going to completely finish it all the way. All right? So he's gonna make a good run, but he ain't gonna get all the way to the end. All right. As soon as you think he's getting ready to feel his bowels, the Most High is gonna come, man. He's gonna vomit up all of that. All right. So this is where we at, man. Trump is not playing, okay? And you finding out, okay? You still a Jake, all right? A so-called ninja, no matter what you look like on the outside, because Trump know who you are, and not only do he. The higher ups, the elites, the ones that's putting him in the position to call the shots. They know who you are, okay? And that's why you talking about a country verse. And it tells you, a country verse in Zion, man. Said, might be. Is this it? The word of Yahweh came. Let me see if I can look that up. Then we get ready to close out. That is. Man, so it was Jeremiah 25. Jeremiah 25 and 31. It says, a noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for Yahweh have a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith Yahweh. 32. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. And the slain of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall, it says, they shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. So Yahweh has a controversy, with these other nations, man. All right, and none other bigger than Esau, Edom, man. That's why America is going to be destroyed. But there's going to be casualties that's going across the whole earth. Why? Because you have Jake scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. But here in America, the United States of America, is where the predominant of the destruction is going to be going on, and as well as the deliverance. Okay, and this is where all 12 tribes of Israel are at in these latter days, is here in America. All right, and you still have some scattered abroad, but for the most part, the most of the 12 tribes of Israel, the people that the people that make up the 12 tribes of Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, they're here in America. Okay, they were given the idea that they could come to America during the Biden administration and make a life for themselves over here. But they're seeing that, hey, Biden and Trump, or whether it was Kamala, or whether whoever it is, they all are the same. They're just working for, the other side, but they're still the same head, man. All right? And the Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters is finding out that the hard way. Okay? So let's go ahead and finish up and close out with 1 Peter 5 and 8. This is 1 Peter 5 and 8. It reads, be sober, be vigilant. And Ephraim is finding out the hard way, man. Okay? They got to find out. And now they got to be on their watch, man. You might have Issachar that want to go to the construction site, and he got to be looking over his shoulders, man, because he don't know when ICE is coming to raid. Okay? You got people that's willing to call. Okay? You got people that's willing to call just to double check, to send somebody out to make sure that those are legal migrants. All right? And hey, that's the type of lifestyle now that the Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters got to really, live now. All right? Why? Because now they're going to put it where if you see something, say something. If you see suspicious activity, if they look like they're illegal, you have multiple cars in the driveway. Because for the longest, Ephraim was good about, keeping everything in the family. They would share a one story or maybe a 2-story house, and you might have 5 different families living in there. Okay? And then they send all their money back to their families that's back in their homelands. But now that can be used as a mechanism to show whether or not all those people are supposed to be there or not. Okay? With 6, 7 different cars in the yards. All right? So be sober. Be vigilant. All right? We told you for the longest. Now you get to see firsthand This devil never did care for you. All right. Although you might have related to him because you look like him, but it doesn't go by your looks, man. It's the spirit. All right. You may have had hair texture that looked like his. You may have same eye colors that looked like his. And by process of elimination, you might have thought you was a Edomite, or you thought you may have been related closely to an Edomite. And now look, you getting treated like a damn Jake, okay? Handcuffed, put on the back of a plane, no water, AC, and carted off back to your prospective homeland, all right? So it's only going to pick up as we get closer, and you're going to find out that this devil never had any type of compassion for you whatsoever, all right? A wife, and don't let them get that birthright citizenship taken away. Y'all really going to be tripping then, all right? So be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour, all right? So with that being said, pray some moments edified through this lesson, and until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.